I came in here late, but got distracted. Either way, grand day, grand risings, loving will to everybody, everything that's gonna be good, energy filled and positive to whatever's going on for you today, right? Real quick, I touched on this the other day, and it's just more and more conviction on what's going on with these so-called community leaders, right? I got on the platform yesterday with the brother, and they were talking about the distractions and everything that's being thrown on different people. And when I look since last week, there were 1 or 2 days, and they were talking about the brother polite guy. And after that, everything else came to what was going on with the other people in the community. Everybody's blasting everybody else. This person did this one did that. Everybody wants everybody to look at this person and that person. All the light and energy that's being taken off of the fact that this child was abused and molested, and she was offended in so horrible or horrendous way at age of 14. I can definitely feel the pain in that. So when it comes to that, right, the community is focusing on everyone else and taking every other focus off of the main vile issue at hand. Now, I spoke about the community and these leaders that came out about a few years ago, around maybe 16, 17 years ago. There were so many different community leaders that came into the community. And now what's coming out is that most of these leaders either had a governmental affiliation, they were some type of military officer, literally an officer for the United States government. They have a long extended rap sheet. When I say long extended rap sheet, let me not exaggerate the sound of that. They have three, four, five charges, some more than that, so basically they have multiple charges. Let's say more than one or two. A person having one or two charges is not a great deal, depending on the severity of the charge. If they have not continued to repeatedly do the same crime or repeatedly do the same things that are along the same lines of that crime. So thinking about that, what we have to do is make sure we're looking at what's really going on. I'm hearing specifics about the one guy, Sonetta, with his dropping his police badge, and his explanation being that it was his brother's badge, which is very weird. Then you're hearing others that are in the military, have been military governmental officials. Now they come out and they're conscious. Then you hear others that are infiltrators in other ways. They're in like gangs. They are part of certain organizations. So when I say gangs, these organizations are also gangs. If you look up the definition of a gang, you'll see that they're gangs as well. The Moorish Science Temple, the Masonry lodges, these particular things, and certain religious organizations. I've done a previous video on government and religion. You should maybe check that out. Government and religion go hand in hand. When we're thinking about government and religion, it coincides as far as bringing information together for people. When it comes to that, we have to make sure that we're looking out for our own communities. A lot of times I've been focused on, building the community, bringing community together, this, and that, but thinking about the implications of that. Some people aren't worthy to be in the same community as you because they're not on the same agenda. Some have other agendas. There is an agenda to conquer, divide, and create and cause chaos. And I'm seeing a lot of that as well. It's not only going on in the larger or the more well-known communities, but some of the newer platforms and communities as well. There are people that come into the community, cause division, cause chaos. They get information, they take the information, twist it so that it is dumbfounded or it's found in a nature that doesn't make a lot of sense to some, right? When we're thinking about that, there's a lot of things that are talked about that make sense in a one sense because it's connecting to the spirit mind, the brain, which is familiarity and hearing certain information, is tying into things that are truth. Because generally, when there's a lie, there's some truth involved. So if the body has, or the person's mind and spirit has a connection to coincide with things that are true, then you're going to have a connection to some of that truth. So it may be confusion for you, or it may actually be something that is different. It may actually be leading you in a direction that points you in a different era. So you're not seeing the actual truth. You're seeing falsities. You're seeing the things that are hidden in the truth, so on and so forth. So it's very important not to follow a lot of these things that are going on, because what happens is we can get led or misdirected, given preconceived notions that are not truth, and then go on that information. Great day, sweetheart. What's up, sis? What's up? I ain't think nobody's gonna be up. I'm about to do this quick live real quick because these community so-called leaders, baby, I am getting sick of this shit, sis. The more and more I'm listening to it, when one thing happens, something else coincides, and it starts to fall down the drain farther and farther and further. We're hearing now, after this so-called incident with the guy, all these different leaders, the records, and some people have involvement with perversity. There have been platforms since this happened where guys have talked about this young lady with Polite actually inciting him to promote some kind of promiscuity with her because of something she may have done, saying the little girl could have been fast, or whatever the case may be. So when we hear about these type of people in the community, that brings to mind as well to me that maybe these are agents. They're possible agents. They're planting thoughts and ideas in people's minds that it's okay to be a pervert. It's okay to be a freak. It's okay to be some type of demeaning animal that would put their hands and paws on a child that doesn't even have the conscious effort to incite any type of sexual notion unless it's promoted, unless it's put in their mind, unless they're enhanced to this, right? So these kids are being put in positions, and then someone turns it on them, and then they have to play the part of being or feeling guilty, or the eyes directed on them, so on and so forth. When we think about that, that's the transgression of the truth. That's the lie, the falsity in that. And that's the same thing that's happening in the community. So now they're bringing out all these things. So there's so many, the dude Sinetta, I listened to him. I never really listened to him. I used to hear him here and there back in the days when everybody used to go on this platform, depending on who was on there, what they were talking about. There was literally a recording with him and Solar Mind from the debate league. Solar Mind was asking him, why hasn't he taken Brother Polite out of his particular organization as far as any affiliation? He said, why didn't you just denounce him at that time? Say, hey, he's got this going on. I don't know what's going on, but either way, I don't want anything to do with it. He won't be a part of my platform because this is clear, which made plenty of sense to me. The guy Sinetta went into saying, oh, blah, 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 just making excuses, talking about other things. He started talking to him about how he needs to have him um, be a part of his team because he didn't think to do that. And these are the type of things he needs, some professionalism, I guess, with his organization, blah, blah, blah. So then on top of that, the dude starts to tell Solarmine, yeah, I got your record. I got your sheet. I got none of I got this person's sheet. I got that person's sheet. He started talking like gossiping like a woman. I have this person's information. This man, did you ever see his girl? His girl fat as not. This one look like this. And that. He started talking about people's looks and how people women looked and how fat or whatever this lady was, somebody's wife. And I mean, just dogging people. I sound like really like a gossiping female. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the so-called godfather of the conscious community. This person that's sitting here gossiping about different people, and especially gossiping about another woman to another man. I was really stunned. I mean, like really shocked. I wasn't too shocked, but I was definitely shocked that he had the audacity to talk to another man like that. Then the fact that he had the audacity to think that it was cool to say that he had all these different people's rap sheet. Now, my thinking is, well, dang, dude, everybody done already said that you had the police badge and you dropped it. And then when they questioned you about it and everybody put you in the corner about it, you said it was your brother's badge. So your brother let you borrow his police badge. I don't know if it was Halloween or what the hell was going on, but either way, your brother let you borrow his badge. Now you got everybody's police records. Not that it's not public record. We all have common sense. You can go and pull up public record, but why would you think to pull up certain people's records? And most of the time on YouTube, a person can't just pull up a person's information unless you know their whole name, their real name. You need to have details, where they were at, arrested, which state, all of this, right? Great day, sister. What's up? So you have to have all the details. If you don't have the details, you can't go online to find information on this person and research anything. Now, most of the guys on the YouTube, they have YouTube names. I don't know if some of these people know each other personally or what's really going on. But When it comes to that, how would you be able to get these people's information? You must have some kind of connection with somewhere or something. I'm just wondering how you can just pull up all these people's records and have all this information on people, just like you had the information on Brother Polite a couple of years ago, and then he brought out the information. He accused him of being a pedophile and a pervert with his own stepdaughter, and then you still affiliated yourself with him, did business with him, held events. Now this is coming up again, so I'm just real confused as to if you're a part of the solution in the community or you're a part of promoting the perversity in the community. So if you're a part of that, is it a part of something else that's going on with the governmental affiliations? So now we're hearing about all these molestations and child different weird things going on with children, so on and so forth. So if all this stuff is going on with children, you're taking me back to the state of mind of this governmental affiliation and all these sex traffickers and organ stealing and all this. I think about the Kanika Jenkins case that was in Chicago. And that was, mind you, that case was just one of many. During the time of Kanika Jenkins, there were two other young ladies. The same exact thing happened. One of them was actually had an incident with the freezer as well in the hotel or something. So I mean, there's like a lot of things that are going on, and it's like they coincide, and it's like, why are these things going together? Why is this all just fitting? Because with me, I see pieces of puzzle and I start to put it together. I may not always have all the pieces to see a full view, but I'm definitely gonna let my mind create that story that the facts are putting in front of my face. I don't ignore stuff. So if people don't find this strange like I do, I don't know if you are paying attention to what's really going on in this world, in this life, or are you just passing through, going with the wind? And when I say you going with the wind, you going with the fake wind. We ain't talking about the real wind, the air, the natural air, the breath of life. We're talking about the fake ascension of air. We're talking about everything that's being transmutated into your body, your mind, and spirit, so that you're not getting the correct formation of true thought, and you're not even connected to your soul. You're only connected to your spirit. You need to be connected to your spirit and your soul. You need to know which is which. Try to make sure you're governing the correct ones, all of that. But either way, these people are doing all these things and they are creating chaos. They're putting spotlights on other people. So now no one's been really talking about Brother Polite. They're talking about each other. One person's putting this person out. Well, he did this and he did that. Look at his rap sheet. This person did this. This one he used to be a junkie. This one used to be a gangster. This one was a drug dealer. This one murdered somebody. And on that too, we think about that. Look at Brother Polite and I'm gonna mention Young Pharaoh. These two, I think I mentioned this the other day, but I'm gonna bring this up again. So these two, both of them have had some type of or some sort of affiliation with the murder, right? Or accused of being affiliated with some type of murder. These things are all not proven facts, you know. So I just want to state that there's a disclaimer on this information being 100% true, but most of it's been proven. I'll say that part, and it's definitely been proven. When it comes to YP, Young Pharaoh, his record, right? And him being involved with these gang members, with him being involved with the gang members and including the gang leader that was put up on charges for the death of the 17-year-old black man. When the young black man was killed, the gang affiliation, Pharaoh was there and other gang people, but he didn't get charged. He's the only one that didn't get charged for the murder. And then next thing you know, he gets out. Even still on his monitor, on the ankle bracelet, he's creating a YouTube platform and everybody's following him. That's strange. It takes a long time to build up a following, even when you're spitting a whole bunch of truth. It doesn't get out there. You're the one that's hidden in the algorithm, right? Like myself and a few others I know. You're the one that's hidden in the algorithm. You're the one that people won't share your information because most of them are governmental affiliated themselves. So when you think about it, with YP, he got right out. He had the ankle bracelet on, and he just blew up. He was just fresh out of jail. He blew up. Once he blew up, everything that he started doing, it was like, you know, it was just bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, how, first off, is this person that is under the governmental watch? That's kind of like what was going on with the guy in the with the Black Panther. You know the person that caused the demise of the Black Panther. It was due to the infiltration of a governmental agent. The agent was hired by the government to go into the Black Panther movement, act like he was part of the movement, and this is how they got their information, and they demised them. So it wouldn't be strange that this is going on again right now in the conscious community, seeing that there are so many agents. I came into the community seeing two different people on a platform, and then now they have their platform where they're going against the person whose platform they built themselves up on, and at the same time trying to demise their character and condemn them of the things that they feel they're doing right or putting out for people, so on and so forth. I mean, there's a lot of that going on. I don't know if you guys noticing this. Right, y'all got to pay attention. So when it comes to that, we got to watch out for these agents that are actually putting falsities, lies, information in our minds that confuse us, that don't give us clarity. A lot of time I'm hearing information from people or little smart remarks when they get upset. Oh, you talk too much, or you saying this and that, or whatever the case may be. I think I like to talk a lot and verify or solidify information with words, because this is the way you have been indoctrinated. Most of the people that I run across, they're indoctrinated. They're indoctrinated with information. They're indoctrinated with spell binding. They're indoctrinated with spirit binding. They're in a spiritual warfare inside of their own minds with their spirit and soul, and they don't even know it. There's a huge battle going on within you. And with you having that battle, unless you know which side you're on, you're not going to win. It's just that simple. Shit. I can't tell y'all no much more better than that. So when it comes to that, I like to clarify information. Why? Because I want it to be clear. I don't like to ramble on about information that is not. I don't like to ramble on about information that is not. Granddad, brother, what's up? What's up? This is my brother right here. I don't like to ramble on about information that isn't going to be beneficial to anyone else or myself. If I'm spewing words out of my mouth, spinning the atomic nature of energy from my mouth and my lips and taking the time to pull that out of the pit of my stomach, which is that fire energy, and I spew it out into the atmosphere to be picked up on, to be gravitated toward, or for it to gravitate to someone else, that is because it is true light energy that I'm sharing of myself. And when I do that, it could be harmful to me. If I'm putting out and regurgitating information that isn't beneficial, that isn't helpful, that isn't doing anything, grand risings, brother. If I'm not doing anything that's beneficial to myself or anyone else, why would I do it? So this is why I like to talk and express myself, take my time. This is why more recently I've been doing more, of my streams. Um, Without sharing. I will share it. I'll probably share it today if somebody happen to say, they want to say something or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I don't mind sharing and caring with words. But the thing is, I don't want to be able to stagnate people. I like to promote growth. And if I'm doing that, a person can take their time, feel what I'm saying, try to get the gist of it. If they want to, they can sit and take notes, which I promote. I don't want to act like I'm a teacher or nothing, because I'm not. I'm still a student in this life. I'm still growing. I have a whole lot of growth, believe it or not. Um, so with that, I'm still growing in my life. So what I suggest a lot of times when I'm talking, the reason I talk slowly, the reason I talk kind of monotonely, the reason that I talk with clarity and clairvoyance and using certain words specifically to hit the brain cells, opening portals in the hemispheres of the brain to ignite sparks, to break barriers. These type of things help because a person has clarity. So while I'm doing this, I would suggest taking notes. If I'm saying something, oh, what is such and so talking about? Oh, I don't know what she mean, or so on and so forth. Take some notes. Look it up. Do some studying and some research. And mostly everything that I know and talk about, there's been some type of insight from something that I've studied, researched, looked into, gained information from, so on and so forth. I will take my time. Listen, when I say I'm a firm believer of people being indoctrinated by information, but these are the people whose brain source is not functioning fluently, who have neutrinos and amino acids that are not functioning properly, whose endocrine system is convoluted with dysfunction, chemicals, all these things. A person's mind and their brain cell is not even functioning correctly due to the things and chemicals they're pulling into their body, due to the foods that they're eating. So I can't always connect with certain people, but there are some that I do connect with, and they're able to get this information, study it, and research it. It's going to be up to a person to have a keen eye and an ear to hear. When they say an ear to hear, you need to have a keen ear to get understanding when something connects to you and it resonates to your body and your soul and your mind and your spirit. These things happen because you have a renaissance of information. You're a complete ball of energy. You also are a complete ball of computer generated information through the cells and the DNA coding in your structure, right? So when you're hearing truth, the truth actually hits and resonates with you because the truth actually holds, it holds weight. You know how people say it holds weight? The truth holds weight because the truth is pure, natural, organic, and it's energy that is on a level that holds actual weight. So when we think about that, when something does not hold weight, that's the falsity and that's the light energy, right? So we think about the matter of something. The matter would be the dark energy that has the weight in it. And this is what would be the organic chemical construction of molecules that formulate when we think about something that is factual or true. It's going to be a light shined on that. You're going to see the clarity in that. You're going to get more information. When I get information about something that is factual and truth, and my mind and my spirit is confirmed with it, I'm going to get more information that confirms it. I'll go somewhere, somebody will start talking about some of the same subject, confirm exactly what I'm talking about. They could even be talking about a whole different subject, and it still confirm what I'm talking about. They can be talking about what I'm talking about, right? And give a total different insight to what I already have learned and give another conclusion. So now I have something to add to that piece of the puzzle that gives it more confirmation. So now it's more truth to it. This is life. This is what happened. And because you're focused and you've actually had a point on that particular truth, you're going to draw that energy to you. That matter now has weight. So now molecules, what happens with molecules, which is matter, which is energy, the molecules self duplicate. They start to build. They have internal building blocks within each molecule where they will continue to build on each other. So when there's some truth set apart and it's sitting there, any other truth that's around, let's say it's in the atmosphere per se, it's going to zoom right to that atomic structure. It's going to pull right to that other truth. So now it's going to continue to build the constructed molecules of building blocks. The building blocks will build the molecules and continue to construct a larger, broader expansion of the truth. Now you have a better visual. Now you have more things that you can pull together because the electromagnetism of the facts of that nature has brought everything you need to the forefront. And it's going to keep pulling it. The larger your bubble of truth is, the more truth the will float and gravitate to you, right? So what we have to do, guys, is just make sure that we are being aware, pertinent, and paying attention to what's going on around us. Because when these things are going on and we're not paying attention to them, we're not able to see the darkness beyond, that false light. So just make sure we're aware of these things. I didn't want to be too long. I wanted to get up here. Wish you guys a great, awesome, wonderful day. It's another beautiful sunrise. I'm sitting here uh, getting my sun gazing going. I've been, just relaxing this morning, and I decided to jump up and have this conversation. I know I did talk about the other day, as I said, but there's so many details to this. You may hear this again. I'm going to talk about it again and again. I want people to be aware of these agents that are out here. These agents have been planted here from the beginning of time, and they continuously recycle through other entities, and they continue to make impact on our world and our lives, and we're not aware of it. And if we're not aware of it, it's going to continue to impact you even more. So yeah, it's just truth, and that comes from inside. Sis says, she said, "I hear you, sister. How I find my info and confirm my personal truth." Exactly. And as I stated, when this truth starts to come to you, sis, I know you're a proper example of that. It just starts to gravitate. You don't even look for the truth, and it starts coming, right? People just walk up to you and have a conversation about something on a total different subject, and they'll still come back to it to give you more confirmation of the truth, more confirmation of the facts. Y'all hear these birds? More confirmation of the facts, things of that nature. This is what happens with truth. Truth is just phenomenal. Truth is a undiminishable energy, right? We have to think of it like that. Truth is an energy that is so powerful and strong that there's no choice but other truth to gravitate toward it. So if you're standing in your truth, right, and you're standing in everything that's right and just, and perfect to your nature and your world and your community around you, that truth is going to gravitate towards you 100%. That truth will come and set right in your lap. Even if you try and ignore it, it's gonna be like, see, here I go. Look at me. Like, for real, for real. Yeah. I just want us to be better people. Yeah. Do what we need to do. I want you guys to see this sun. Y'all see this? You talk about something beautiful. This is the energy that I'm talking about. Do you see the energy and it's rising? You know how we talk about the Kundalini energy rising? The Kundalini energy rising is the same atomic energy that is in a pit in the base of your spine, right? And the caduceus, which is that medical picture that you see, the snake wrapped around, blah blah blah. That is the artificial Kundalini energy that rises, and it rises in different stages. So in the Kundalini energy, the chakras that has different levels of energy that you need to function off of, or to actually be stable or what have you in your life, that particular energy, right? They tap into it with pharmaceuticals, with chemicals, things of that nature. That's why it's important to detox, make sure that you're eating clean herbs and roots and things of that nature. When we're thinking about these things, we are going to have to make sure that we are purifying ourselves so that this particular energy is pulled into us. I'm here now, getting my breakfast. You know, I'm pulling in this energy, sun gazing. If you didn't see my video on sun gazing, guys, you need to watch it. Right? If you see the video on sun gazing, I went into how you can tear a hole into your iris, and open the veil that actually covers your third eye. So when that happens, right, it opens different portals in the mind. You can actually start to see different colors. You have different perception and certain telepathic. Certain telepathic things that happen to you, right? I think I was covering the mic, guys. Well, I was holding it. Sorry about that. But you have certain energies and everything that come into you. So it's something called photic retinopathy. If you want to look it up, you can. It'll give you a little more information on that. Or you could just go to my video. I really went into details. As you guys know, I want to make sure you get this information. I gave a lot of clarity, went into other details on that, so on and so forth. So when we thinking about that, right? I wish one of these eagles or hawks would come by. When I say it's eagles and hawks that fly by here all the time, by my house and over here at my daughter's. So they're beautiful. They just be soaring with the wind, just like bees do. Just high. What do you call it? Hydroplaning. It's beautiful. Something beautiful to see. Especially when it's off, and some of them are so big. There's a eagle that behind me when I'm on my balcony. It's literally about, it's got to be about 6 feet wide with its wings spread out, like beautiful. But yeah, guys, we got to be aware of these things so that we are keeping ourselves right in the right nature. If you're not out there, this is the perfect time to be out here getting the sun. Do you see this energy? I'm going to talk about this. This right now, guys, this is the real sun. I talked to you guys about the sun being black. The moon is blocking the sun. The moon has been blocking the sun. The sun is being blocked by a second sun. There's a fake sun. You can look that up as well. I'm not just saying this. You can look up fake sun put out by by China. China created fake sun. You can also look up Bill Gates blocking the real sun. Bill Gates and the Harvard Institute blocking the real sun. This is stuff that's happening, guys. When I say stuff, I'm not just talking about. I mean, I guess y'all think it's okay. You know, nobody talks about these things because I guess they think it's normal, or you know, these people can do what they want to do. But no, what happens is this is convoluting us. So if you have time right now, guys, the real sun is out. I can tell the energy of the real sun, and I can tell and see it. I'm looking through the portal of it right now. I'm literally staying. I don't know if you guys can see it. I know it looks a little different on the camera, but I'm literally looking at the flame now, and I'm seeing the portal. The portal is open. I'm looking right at the open portal. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's crazy. It's literally an open portal. This is why you need the sun gate so you'll be able to see and know the portal's open now. It's gonna go up later. You guys are gonna see a fake sun that's gonna ascend up into the solar, which is gonna be a deception of the mind. Whole nother story, but yeah. If you can get out and do some sun gazing right now, guys, there is a natural sun out right now. The natural sun is out right now. You are able to absorb this energy. It is it's literally right here waiting for you to get energized and set for the day, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'm about to get off here right now, guys. Do a little bit more of my meditation. I was in a perfect thought, and I thought about you guys, and I want to talk about a little more of this information, and thought it was important to share. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I am definitely appreciative of anybody that came in with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the view of that beautiful sun. I'm about to get some more of it, close up, do a little meditating, so on and so forth. And you guys have a beautiful morning. Get out there, enjoy some of the sun. See anybody that you can help out today, do that. Carry some cold drinks around and a couple of snacks, some fruit, whatever. Make sure you're helping somebody else out with getting a little clarity in their lives or what have you, benefiting their selves with something pure and proper, so on and so forth. So it's been a pleasure, guys. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. Everybody that's up with me, my sisters is up. Grandma, peace and love, sis. Soul of my bro, Rashawn. Yeah, thanks for coming through, guys. All right, peace and love. I'm out.